Hey guys, Tim Walling here, SC Legal Carrier. We train people to get a concealed weapons permit in the state of South Carolina. If you need a CWP, please look us up online at sclegalcarrier.com. Let's look at sighting in our revolver and practicing grip, sight alignment, trigger squeeze at home. Now we've safety checked this revolver. We have snap caps in it. There's no ammunition in the area while we do this. Put it away while you're doing it. So what we want to do is we want to get our stance, weight on the balls of our feet, get our hips back. Let's lock our arms in position here. We want to sight in the pistol. We want to squeeze the trigger and fire. We do not want to disturb the relationship between the front sight, rear sight. Once we have it, we must maintain our sight picture as we squeeze the trigger without disturbing the sights on it. So this is your front sight. Here's your rear sight. You're looking at three things when you're sighting your pistol in. You're looking through the rear sight, at the front sight, at the target. Remember, your focal point is the front sight. That is where your eye is going to focus at, okay? Here's your front sight, your rear sight here. Your eye focal point is the front sight. Get this front sight, see our red dot here? Get this front sight about 1 inch away from it. Get it right up on the red dot there. Center it up in the notch of the rear. Maintain your sight alignment, top of the front sight level with the top of the rear sights. While you do this, get it on your red dot and squeeze your trigger without disturbing your front sight. As you do that, you're so close to the red dot, if you come off of it, left or right, up or down, you'll see it move. Okay, focus on the front sight, center it up in the notch of the rear, top of the front sight, level the top of the rear sights. Maintain that sight alignment while you squeeze the trigger. So here we go. We got our grip, our stance, we got it sighted in. We squeeze the trigger. Our trigger reset, squeeze the trigger, trigger reset, squeeze the trigger. Now, I'm so far away from this target, I can't tell if I wiggle or move the front sight while I squeeze the trigger. I may be disturbing my sight picture, and we don't want to do that. The way to make sure we're not doing it is I put a small red dot on the target right here. I'm going to get about 1 inch away from it. Not back here. I can't tell if I move if the front sight leaves that red dot. I want to put the front sight right on that red dot about 1 inch from the target. And I want to maintain that front sight on that red dot. So I'm going to put it on that red dot. I'm going to sight it in. Front sight centered in the notch of the rear. Top of the front sight level with the top of the rear sight as we do this. Maintain sight alignment and squeeze the trigger on the firearm. Trigger reset, squeeze, trigger reset, squeeze. Now, if I disturb that sight picture and I move the front of the pistol while I squeeze the trigger, I'll see it leave this red dot because I'm so close to it. So this is something you want to spend some time with daily, practicing. It takes a little more practice to be able to do this with a revolver, because this revolver's got a 6-pound trigger pull in it. If you get a revolver with a 12-pound trigger pull, which most of them have, then you're going to need a lot of practice to be able to squeeze that trigger pulling 12 pounds without disturbing it. It can be done, it just takes some practice, okay? So make sure you guys are spending some time with these firearms, dry firing each day. Make sure you work on this skill so that when you get to the gun range, you're working on your recovery on your firearm and getting back on your targets. So remember, folks, be a responsible adult. Don't push your responsibility as an adult off onto a child. Buy gun locks and gun safes. Secure your guns. Till next time, everybody, take care.